it will never be balanced. You cannot continue to teach people and tell them about purpose without telling them about provision that have been made to fulfill the purpose. This set me thinking, and it took me to Genesis chapter 2, where this began from. These preambles I feel so compelled to tell you, because it's not just somebody coming to just do something from the mold. I'm not just doing it for anything other than to create value, according to the heart of the Lord. So this is a faith-based personal development school. And so this is how it began. So God took me to Genesis chapter 2 and verse 15, where they began to teach me about the provision of the garden, on the earth before man was placed here on earth. Purpose preceded the creation of man, the purpose life, right? And that purpose life that man was supposed to carry out here, to start out from here to eternity. So you have eternal life, you have purpose life, you have eternal life. Eternal purpose, is what gives us eternal life. So for anyone that has eternal life, that means that you have an eternal purpose, because life is still a function of purpose. So that means that if we do not have a purpose, we are not going to be created. So God designed our purpose to be done, to start from this earth. What He said to me, that the first thing He made sure was done was the provision. Now, I could imagine what would have happened if, in spite of God's purpose for man and in spite of His creation, He was put here on earth without the garden, without the provision. And their purpose would have been defeated. So God says, anytime He thinks about purpose, instead of things about His provision. And these are the two most powerful forces on earth. So I'm going to dig deep, about the garden and all those things. Those are the things we'll be teaching, part of the foundations that everybody needs to know how it all began. So anyway, that was the birthing of what we call 4 streams of income. That everyone that is alive has a purpose. And everyone that has a purpose has 4 minimum basic streams of income that God has created, to enable man to fulfill a purpose. So this 4 basic stream of income, as the Lord opened my eyes to see in Genesis chapter number 2 and verse number 15, beginning 10 to 15, were the basis of how our training programs began, that have been taken within and outside the country. We've taken it to 5 states in the country. We have the website as well. There is so the academy is an offshoot of that. Anyway, you can also visit the website, www.4streamsofincome.org. 4 streams of income is different from this. The website is different from the one for the academy. All right. So anyway, we began to teach people. People began to discover, they were inspired by the fact that, listen, it is very volatile for anyone to remain, all the days of his life, focused on one stream of income. You are never going to be fulfilled. There's going to be so many vacuums, left unfilled. And that's explains the reason why, even with the multinational companies, you see, once they start a good product line and it gets to its peak performance level, then the next thing they move to the second curve.